This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
Definitely, but you're also multitasking. You talked about it, so let's jump into it. On These Hoes podcast, y'all ass is crazy. All you motherfuckers are crazy. Every single last one of y'all are crazy. Shout out to the entire ensemble. So talk about On These Hoes podcast. Talk about your hosts, who they are, let our listeners know, and what the podcast is about.
Okay, On These Hoes is basically a women's FUBU. You know what I'm
saying? Well, let's get it started then. Well, as she chew on her ice and she put it down, Kamira White, P. Hall, welcome back to another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 4. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and each and every week, as I mentioned, I bring you someone and something brand new. And just like I said before, man, I'm bringing you co-hosts also all month long. So joining me on this other special edition, give it up for my co-host. She's been on before, and you've seen her before, Teresa Millionaire joining. What's going on, girl?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
She's back.
What's up?
She's back holding it down on the Finesse Media Podcast in Season 4, and also coming back. She was on, as you can see in the background, on Season 3, actress, comedian, and a goddamn model On These Hoes. Make some noise for my college alumni girl, Texas, all the way from Hollywood. Wait a minute, is it from Oak Cliff to Hollywood? I'm fucking it all up. But you know who she is, man. Precious Hall. What's up, baby? Welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
And joining her as her co-host, because that's what we're talking about On These Hoes podcast. They are two stand-up comedians, and her co-host that's doing it with her is Kamira White. What's going on, Kamira? Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, y'all? Nice to meet you.
I love that y'all are two stand-up comedians that stand on your opinions. And we're going to talk about On These Hoes and what y'all have been up to on your podcast. It's always good to talk to other podcasters because it's a difficult thing. Most of us who do this podcast stuff, we do it for love and it's a passion. So, and some of us get money with sponsorships. We'll get into that also. But man, welcome again to the podcast, the host of On These Hoes.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sitting here like I'm the only one that put my name in the damn. I said the only one sitting there to myself, goddamn iPhone. Lord have mercy.
Before we let my viewers know about y'all individually and collectively On These Hoes podcast, you ladies are on tour or just got off a tour. How's that been?
It was fun. It's fun.
It's been a lot of work, but it's been really fun and it's been really good to just come face to face with our supporters and our people. So it's been crazy. You know what I'm saying? They come with us gifts and shit. You know, we all happy and shit. We got sunglasses. We got beads from Africa. We got
because y'all got merchandise.
Yeah,
it's real rewarding, you know, when they come with gifts and, you know, they already bought tickets. You know what I'm saying? And then just the love that they show us. It's like, you know, because we do this because we love it too, but we don't realize the people that we impact. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I've been following y'all ever since maybe before Precious came on, because I'm checking in with Precious and seeing what she's doing, and I'm seeing the On These Hoes podcast. So she talked to me a little bit about it on the last season. But on this tour, you were down there in Atlanta. I saw you down there with our good friend Mother, who's a friend to the show, Mother the creator, Lil CC, and also hosted by our good friend of the show, Rodney Perry, which is a Chicago homeboy. So what was that like, kind of having Atlanta giving you love on tour?
Atlanta was really nice. It was. But we were doing everything ourselves, so it was a lot of work for us. But, but the show itself was amazing. Like Rodney, you know, he hosted it for us. We even let CC went up at the end. So if you watch that podcast, that episode,
she ripped it too. She ripped it
at the end. So it was good to be, you know, around our people. You know, I hadn't seen her in forever, so it was so good.
She had this black and gold situation on. And shout out to the black and gold, because I don't normally stand up, but shout out to UAPB in the building.
Okay.
And we also represent HBCU.
He had to.
You know what we doing. So we represent UAPB up in the building. Alumni, Teresa Millionaire is, and Precious Hall, also an alumni of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. So that's some history. But going into that history, Kamira, how the hell did y'all get started with On These Hoes podcast? Like, how did it even develop and start?
It's crazy because we started, we were me and Precious became friends I saw her perform. I fell in love with her just like everybody else. I was like, this bitch is hard. And so we just, we hit it off, and then we started doing other people's podcasts together. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the podcasts that we were on broke up. And then everybody was like, y'all gotta do one because they broke up. Y'all gotta do one. Y'all gotta do one. So we was like, we should do one. Fuck that. So then we did one. It was one before On These Hoes. We did one. So we were working on that one. And then the opportunity came for us to do it on All Deaf. So we revamped it. We renamed it. And then we On These Hoes now.
And shout out to All Deaf Digital, because the production, like, fuck that is just two ladies ripping it unapologetically every Thursday and just hilarious. But you guys have this fantastic production.
Oh, okay, we get it. We understand. Dick is definitely more important than these hoes.
It is, but hey, you make time for the hoes.
Thank you.
We really be turned up until we say dick. Yeah. I'm like, oh my bad, girl. Excuse me. Excuse me, girl. You know what? I didn't even really want nothing.
Like from camera, from lighting, like how does it, feel where you're on set each and every week? Is that pressure? Because you don't see other podcasters, i.e. myself, in a full studio.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can do it from anywhere. You got the right equipment. So you see how you work with it. It's quality shit. You know what I'm saying? So we enjoy being in the studio. We are we no longer are with All Deaf, but we do have an amazing engineer and film people. So I was telling you, I never watched the shows because we there. So we just had a meeting earlier today, and they had us on this big ass TV. So I'm sitting there like, God damn, that camera closed. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, this shit is ridiculous. I mean, but it's clear, it's crispy, like it looks amazing. So shout out to them. And they 4G cameras for IG. I don't know, but it's cool. It's not pressure because we like going in. We like making sure that our fans get a show every week. No matter what's going on with us, we make sure a show is gonna come out. So sometimes if we have to do more than one, we'll record, a few of them have them. If we out of town, whatever we got to do, to make sure that we don't let our fans down. Because
I see an episode air, and I'm like, shit, she was just at Pangea eating with me in Dallas, Texas. How the hell she done came out with an episode when Precious was we got Dallas? So you stacking episodes, and that's very important.
Yeah. So y'all just came off a tour in Atlanta, and you said y'all been doing everything yourself.
Everything.
What does all that entail? What is everything?
That entails being your own manager, your own everything. So that means booking flights, that means booking hotels, that means getting equipment, that means, rearranging the place if it needs to be, it means everything, bitch.
Booking the venues, the marketing, everything. We did everything.
So y'all not with the management? Y'all don't have any management at all?
Just God.
We're independent.
That's the best manager.
That's what's up. Shout out to
he looking out like a motherfucker.
He's definitely been doing that. And just speaking about looking out, Kamira, tell us about where you are from, because I know y'all tape in LA, but tell us a little bit about who you are, because we know Precious, but who the hell are you? Who was Miss White?
Well, I'm from LA. I was born in Atlanta, but I was raised in LA. My mom got tired of my daddy real quick. We moved back home. And I'm just an LA native. I had a daughter. I said I had a daughter like the bitch gone.
She's alive.
I had a daughter. No, but she a grown woman now. So I really, what I'm saying? I just got a homegirl now. But anyway, I had a daughter young, and so I talk about that on stage. And I had a lot of experiences, but I feel like they all shaped me to be this person that I am right now. You know what I mean? Because if I hadn't went through all of that so young, I wouldn't have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have the freedom to go be a comedian because, she's grown now.
Yeah, this is amazing. You're an amazing person. Every time you put on a production, it made me feel like this is why I should have finished college. Because when you be doing good and you didn't go to college, you be like, I didn't need that shit. Then you be like, no, yes, you did. Yes, you did. This is college. So I have a podcast called On These Hoes, and it's with All Deaf, and I hope y'all support me and keep supporting Kev and his wife and all Black comedians because we need each other. So thank y'all so much.
So it's just like a different experience. So now I'm an empty nester. I let all the boys spend the night at my house.
I see that door open back there. Who the hell just walked out? That door open. Somebody just left.
You know, when you a mom, you can't have everybody spending out your house. But now, a slumber party for whoever want to come through. I'm just living my best life right now. You know, that's all. So
no, that's really good though, because like I said, being on or having a podcast and having that demand to release new footage and content each and every week can be a challenge. But what also can be a challenge, and Trish know this, we had many episodes where something happened where technology fails, or maybe something happens where she can't be there. So being, I guess, a podcast is one thing, but having a co-host is another. But digging even deeper, because we talked about it before we hit record, you being an Aries and pairing up with that Virgo, is there any kind of similarities that you guys have even on the podcast?
I think that Aries and Virgo, I think we're very similar. I think the tact is different. I think the way we go about things are different, but I think that we have the same morals and values. That's why we get along. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know bullshit when we see bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We might react differently because we're different people, but we be knowing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why we get along. Like, we be knowing. Like, that's some hater shit. That's some bullshit. That bitch, fuck her, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pete, what you saying? Pete, what you thinking? You nodding over there, so you agree?
Yes. Kamira is just more like, she don't give a fuck, say anything. Whereas my face will say it more, you know what I'm saying? Unless I'm real upset. I just...
Now, where does that line get drawn where you guys probably disagree most on?
We don't have that many disagreements because I think a lot of shit we'll let, like, you know, we know each other. Like, so I'm a late bitch, you know what I'm saying? So I think internally Precious don't let that.
I definitely watched one of the episodes where they was like, Kamira just got here off a flight. She late as hell.
We try, but I be trying to. It's not like I'm just a diva on some late shit. Shit be happening. I be having nigga problems. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that we don't be petty with each other is what I'm saying. Like, and if something is really bothering us, then we'll come to the table. But we not petty, like, you know what I'm saying? We're not going, because that's dumb, like, you know. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you're saying, like, hey, you're not petty, you don't have those kind of ribs. It's some, you know, co-hosts can have, but even also with two female co-hosts. But what do you think that is gel and the glue that makes On These Hoes different from other podcasts, not ever just co-hosts or just, you know, single podcasters? What made On These Hoes stand out? I can tell you, but I would love to hear from what you can say. And that's for me, P-Hall or Kamira, because I think we both probably have a different.
I respect Precious's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that when you have a different point of view, like, you know, like I said, we are the same, but we lived a different life. Like, she don't have no kids, I have kids. Like, so we get to talk to different groups of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a beast in comedy. She respects my comedy. Like, I just think that, you know, we both want to win, genuinely. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, we felt like, they always want to put you against each other. So, you know what I'm saying? And we fucked with each other. So we're not going to let that happen. So we paired up, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the podcast level and stuff like that. Of course, we still are individuals and we have to do our individual stuff. But
how did y'all meet?
In the comedy club.
Comedy scene.
J. Anthony Brown's J Spot Comedy
Shout
Club.
out to my friend, brother J. Anthony Brown. Yeah, the J Spot.
Yeah. Maybe 2015, 2015.
Oh, y'all been rocking a minute then.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy too because we don't like nobody, but it's just like, we just.
She said we don't like nobody.
Yeah, we just hit it off. Like, and I'm glad too, shit.
Yeah. You keeping her out in Hollywood, certainly. I mean, but Texas is definitely in her language because you can't go anywhere without hearing that Texas swing from P. Hall, man. And people love it. Like, my wife, when she met P. Hall, when we all went out to dinner, she's like, man, I just love her accent. I love her accent because it's thicker than what we hear. Shit, you know, we in Plano. You ain't hearing that in
Plano. But no, I was just telling my people, like, remember when I came home and I went out to eat with them and the family? And they're like,
People showed a lot of love because people were like, hey, what's Precious? That's Precious. What's she been up to? And I'm like, yo, go to her page, check it out. Make sure you follow. The girl is doing big things. And individually, you know, comics. Are you guys getting on stage? Are you working out in any comic clubs in LA?
Yes, even on the tour, we did comedy as well. It wasn't just the podcast. We did comedy first. Sometimes we came out together. Sometimes, you know, individually. But we came out, chopped it up with the people, talked our shit, and then got into the podcast. So it was cool. It was cool to have a live audience. And of course, we always doing comedy. I just had a show. Shit, I just was telling Mirror. I thought it was a regular little show. I come here, they got cameras and all type of shit. I'm like, oh, god damn. I thought we was chilling tonight. Shit, what do you mean? I was not ready. But then, I got some shit tomorrow night. Matter of fact, a little Taco Tuesday, Ratchet Taco Tuesday.
Stay busy. Even during the pandemic, you were hosting shit in a drive-in. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
And I hosted, but I was on the shop. Shut up. But yeah, we was trying to make it work, because it was a lot, because I didn't want to do this type of comedy sitting here. So and we drive in the car. Yeah. I don't know. We was trying everything. Goddamn, keep it hope alive.
Yeah, it worked though. It definitely worked.
On the house, for real.
And how did that name start? Because we're throwing it around On These Hoes. We know how you guys met, but On These Hoes, I mean, that's a funny ass name because it's a tagline. I swear to you not. I know it is because of Precious, but I found myself saying it after everything. I'm like, shit, it's contagious as hell. So how did y'all come up with the name?
On These Hoes.
That's just how these little slang.
Everything is like On These Hoes.
Everything.
She be bringing this slang shit. Like, niggas love her. Like you said, niggas love her accent, her lingo. Like, if motherfuckers ain't repeating shit. And like all the shit she be saying. Like,
what that dick do?
Yes, I'm just like, bitch, we need to call it On These Hoes. You say that shit is catchy. Like, fuck it. That shit is lit. Like, we gonna say that.
Camille was like, that's the name because we always say it. And
it was hard for us to find the name too. We so glad niggas like that name because we was like, what the fuck? Sometimes naming shit is hard. We like West Side, South Side. We didn't know what the fuck.
Not for real.
We didn't know.
And having the cussing word in the name, is a lot too. But fuck it, we like it's our shit. We can name what we want to name it. Sure.
It's speaking of names,
catchy and it sticks out for sure.
Yeah. On These Hoes, definitely.
On These Hoes, all day.
It's like whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. You can definitely end it with On These Hoes. But speaking of names and things like that, and each and every week on the Finesse Media Podcast, I ask my group of finessers, who is that person for you that's finessing the game? But I certainly want to change it up on this episode because it's obvious we got two hilarious ass comedians. So I want to ask you first, P. Hall, who is on your Mount Rushmore for female comics?
Yeah.
And if you like me, I had to Google and to see how many niggas on that thing. I didn't know if it was 6 or 7.
Damn, was it? I thought it was like 4.
No, I think it's 5.
On my Mount Rushmore, shit. Okay.
Top 5 female comics.
God damn.
Well, I know we both give it up to Miss Laura. We both love Miss Laura.
That's an OG.
Yeah, Laura gotta go up there for us for the game, for the culture.
Yeah.
Miss Laura. Let's do Mom's Mabley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't do it without her. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have her. Let's go.
Man, it's some dope comics out there.
Look at me like
there's a lot of dope comics out there.
Let's go, Monique a beast. You know what I'm saying? She been doing her shit for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say Whoopi just because she changed the game.
Yeah, Whoopi.
Whoopi will stand up. Whoopi will stand up first. I'm trying to transition.
And she give it up to Mama Maisley for sure too.
Yeah.
She give it up for it as well. Yeah. So I mean, y'all can come in collectively. I like how y'all did that. Really, as co-hosts, y'all kind of just allowed each other. I mean, my goodness, y'all such in tune. Y'all kind of allowed each other to give those names. But I mean, Miss Laura Hayes is an OG for sure. I've had I'm drawing a blank. I've had Lunell on the podcast a couple of times. I've had Hope Flood on a few times. And coming up on the next episode will be my good boy, Damon Williams from Chicago. So I'm a lover of comics. I'm a lover of comics. And so I know that real true talent. But when you're being a comic, you have to be constant and kind of be refreshing of whatever going on. But what's difficult for you as a comic you find in this time? Because you almost can't say anything. But what do you find that's difficult?
People are real touchy nowadays.
You see, like you said, you almost can't say. I mean, everything have rules now. Even football, like you can't hit her, you can't do this. Like you supposed to get your shit knocked off. You know what I'm saying? That's the game. go. And just like in comedy, you're supposed to be able to say whatever you want to say without the fear of somebody coming to attack you, even before the Will Smith stuff. Like before that, y'all saw videos out of, you know what I'm saying, people coming on stage, DC Young Fly had to drop that dude. The other dude was coming in, you know what I'm saying? Old dude in Atlanta, Steve, you know what I'm saying? And he was dodging the fuck out the shit. Like it was a lot. Like, so people are sensitive, and you know, it's crazy that you can't get up and just express yourself. Like I can see if you just verbally attacking somebody, you know some shit gonna pop out. But like to really just be doing your shit.
Do you fear now as a comic? Do you fear now as a comic after seeing that Will Smith and Chris Rock situation? I know it's been talked about so many times. I hate to even bring it up, but do you fear now as being a comic of kind of what you say on the stage?
Like, I'm still gonna say whatever.
I'm an Aries. I'm ramming that shit.
No, and you're not gonna get that close to me. I don't know if he let him do that because they homies or something. But as soon as you start walking up, I'm threatened. Like you feel me? And like it's gonna go down. I'm not gonna wait for you to come fuck me up. Like I'm not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But plus, if I do audience work, I don't like dog the audience out. I might be like, oh, y'all married, and I might put it back on me like, girl, ain't nobody finna marry me. I still like, you know, or I would never just dog a motherfucker out that bought tickets to come see, you know what I'm saying? Unless you heckle me or something, unless you disrespectful and you deserve it or whatever. Yeah. But like I don't do that.
Yeah. I think boundaries are still important. Boundaries are still have to be respected. Did you guys see the recent story that came out where that guy was awarded $450,000 because they had celebrated his birthday at work? Yeah.
And
so the cat worked in, I can't remember the state it was, but basically he had this boundary set. With this company, they celebrate everybody's birthdays. So when he started with the company, he had told them that, hey, he doesn't want his birthday celebrated. So on his birthday, he came into work and they had a full out party for him. And the man had like anxiety attacks or whatnot because of that. And when that happened, so that's why he don't want the celebration. So he went in the car, had an anxiety attack. They had a follow-up meeting with the man, and he had another anxiety attack during that meeting. A week later, the employer fired him because they said they feel he would be a threat to the company because he may not be mentally stable. The man was awarded recently. Check it out on Shade Room. You can pull it up. But he was awarded $450,000. Crazy. God, respect this man boundaries.
He said he didn't want no damn party.
Wait.
Hey, he gonna have a hell of a party now.
I'm the bitch that don't show up to
partying right now.
I fucked the party all up.
And look, he didn't even have an anxiety attack in front of me. I went to the car and had an anxiety attack. Wait a minute.
Hey, true story. You can't make it up. So that's what I'm saying. When you got to respect folks' boundaries, I understand as a comic, you're going to be edgy. You may poke, at somebody, but if you're there. But
don't come to the comedy club.
That's what I'm saying.
Like nobody is off limits.
Exactly.
They got on a little retarded boy for at the comedy club at the last show. You know what I'm saying? And I had to follow up. I was behind the dude. Like, what I'm going to say? You know what I'm saying? I got to mention it too. We're here now. No, just saying, nobody's off limits at any point. So if you come to the comedy show, just know, old, young, slow, fast, whatever. Like nobody's off limits.
Game.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a question. How do you both of you work on your new material? Like, how do you get new material for your stand-up? Is it just anything you see? How do you practice?
Real life.
Yeah, real life.
Yeah.
Whether it's present or past.
Real life shit. Like I just was telling them, like I never knew my biggest hater would be period tracker. You know what I'm saying? Because that bitch was usually accurate than a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 days left. You know what I'm saying? Before that period was supposed to come, I was gonna be able to give me some, bitch. I needed that bitch. And that period tracker is a hater, bitch. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. I used to put trust in them. These people really out here be believing. Shit, I believe in that period tracker. That bitch, man.
Fails you.
Those are problems I don't have, ladies. I'm bad. I don't even know if I should even laugh right, really. You know what I mean?
Fails you.
You made it very awkward for me right now. I don't even know what I should be doing. I don't know if I should be laughing or not.
Shit, but nah, just dumb shit that be happening in real life, and you just add to just talk shit.
Keep that funny coming. Keep that funny coming, ladies. What's coming up? I mean, you're off a nice leg tour. What's coming up next for On These Hoes?
We still have to finish the last places we're gonna do. We're gonna come back.
Y'all still on tour?
Yes, we're gonna do the West Coast. So we're gonna do the Bay Area. We're gonna do Arizona. We're gonna do Nevada, and then we're gonna come here and do Camara's hometown.
But you know, I was looking at the thing. It was like, why Texas is not right here?
Oh,
right,
Houston
was on there, but we were saving those for last. The last two would be our
saving the best for last.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm just saying. Oak Cliff to Hollywood. Hollywood back to Oak Cliff. Just saying. Bring it on back.
It's coming. I know a couple people was asking. I'm like, it's coming.
We got to get y'all in the Midwest. Come on to St. Louis. Come on to Missouri.
Right. Trees is over there in Midwest.
Come on.
Girl.
Look, she like, they are so ratchet.
No, we don't mind that. Y'all are the what? East St. Louis. Oh, what? Bitch, don't be saying St. Louis and you over there. Now,
I mean, you know you gotta come. I mean, listen, I'm in Dallas. I'm holding your city down, but you know I'm from Chicago, so you gotta bring it to the city. So
now, see if she go to Chicago.
What's up? You got Chicago on the map
right now.
We ain't even got
if you go to Chicago, I know you can come to
right, Chicago. Now, hold up.
They don't even sell jackets for Chicago and LA. They don't even sell jackets.
Hey, you want to come in the summertime?
Be on your ass.
That hawk is a beast.
Man,
that hawk is a beast. But you have to come you have to come to Chicago for the summertime. Summertime Shy's the best time to come. So, Jokes and Notes, which is an old club in Chicago, man. I wish we're still alive. That would be a certainly a good spot for you guys to be at. But I don't know. I've been removed from Chicago for quite some time, like 10 years, so I don't really know exactly what's happening in the comedy spots, but we got hella comics still in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all got some beasts that come out of Chicago, too.
Yes, Niche, she's friend to the show. Miss Sherelle's friend to the show. Buff Day Lucas, friend to the show. I mentioned Damon Williams, so hell yeah. We hold it down.
Ray, yeah,
Grady. Ray Grady.
I don't know him. You said B who?
D-Ray.
D-Ray. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
D-Ray, Lil Rel.
Yep.
Yeah, holding it down, man. And this guy is hella funny. Not D-Ray. Dion Cole is hilarious. And shout out to Dion Cole because he's the first Black comedian from Chicago to sell out the Chicago Theater. And he just did that last week with 2 sold-out shows. And that's over 15,000 people. So shout out to Dion Cole. Holding down. But shout out to On These Hoes. That's what I want to get back to. So On These Hoes, man, thank you so much for joining me on this episode tonight. And Treese holding it down also as the co-host. It's a ladies edition. I'm a one-man show for real tonight. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining. But for sure, On These Hoes, let my followers, the viewers, know how they can keep up and watch you. And if they come into a city near you, how they can get tickets.
We'll always have the links in our bio. If you watch the show, if you want to watch it on YouTube, it's ODH TV Productions. That's ODH TV Space Productions, and we out every Thursday. And you can listen anywhere. We
iTunes, Spotify, all that.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
Apple Podcasts, everywhere. So, and Instagram, On These Hoes. You know what I'm saying? That's on Instagram. It's On These Hoes Podcast. Mine is Precious Hall Comedy. And
mine is Kamira White is on Instagram and Kamira White on Facebook.
And Kamira, I would love to see you back on Quake's house. I know you was there last year. I would love to see you back with Quake.
Oh, that's crazy because I did this show today.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I missed that.
So it'll air tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to air tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'll be listening for it, man.
When is this one going to air?
This is going to air. I don't have that date in front of me, y'all. But if you're watching it, it's airing right now. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
Shout out Earl's fans. So I thought, like, did anybody watch the fight?
No, it'll be aired already. So the fight was here. And it was nice, right?
Hell yeah, it was nice. It was real nice.
I wish we would. We went to the last one.
Yeah.
He holds your city down.
I watched it on TV.
Yeah, we did too.
It was lit though.
It was. So we go.
It was.
Okay. But no, thanks for having us.
It's all good. I'm having so much fun. Y'all got to come back.
Yeah, definitely.
You definitely got to come back, and maybe y'all can co-host, and we'll bring some more people on.
Okay.
Kamira's like, okay.
That's what's up.
She out there in LA. She's. I know that LA talk.
No, I'm with
I know that
you.
LA okay. LA
Man,
okay is
please,
different
I'm
than Chicago
100.
okay.
I'm 100.
No, I love you. I love you, man. And I wish y'all too, individually and collectively, the best success. I've definitely been supporting and loving what you guys got going. And I want y'all to keep on doing it on these hoes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast Season 4. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media. And then my co-host, she's back again, Teresa Millionaire. We bringing you something this week. Teresa, thank you so much. And shout out to UAPB that's all in the building tonight. And I'll see you next week with something brand new. Peace.
Oh, okay, we get it. We understand. Dick is definitely more important than these hoes.
It is, but you know, hey, you make time for the hoes.
Thank you.
And we really be turned up until we say dick.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my bad, girl. Excuse me. Excuse me, girl. You know what? I didn't even really want
Dick.
nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Call me later.
Yeah,
bitch.
tell
Call
Mr.
me
Man
later.
I said, hey, y'all have
make it back home.
Mr. Man.
Girl, I already know, girl.
Because some bitches really be mad at you when you get like, bitch.
Keep talking. Oh, you with your nigga? Okay, but on Tuesday, bitch, I will
bye.
never talk to you
Bye.
again. Ever.
Annoying ass.
Bitch, bye.
God.
You know, that's the clue. I'm
Come
with
on.
this nigga, bitch.
When I hang right on up, you know what it is.
Don't do
Dick
that
on the
shit.
line.
Dick on the line. Dick on the
Dick
line.
on the line. Get your bitch ass
Ooh.
out of here.
Yeah.
Come on. Every time.
First of all,
on these
I'm
hoes.
so uplifted when I'm around him. I don't even talk like this. Why you calling me, screaming through the phone? Hello? We professionals?
Who is
Hello?
it? Yeah, excuse me.
Hello?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
He don't know that side of me.
Oh my God.
He don't know
I
that
don't
side
know
of
who
me.
that was.
I don't let him share that with me.
My friends don't talk like that. I don't know.
This has been another edition of the Finesse Media Podcast. Join us again next week for the latest news from HBCUs. Special guest